You are now
Yes.
being recorded.
Want me to go first, Frank?
Yes, sir.
Alan, can you sit in one of these just because it's good for them to hear?
I got the pamphlets to hand out to everybody.
Yes, the only thing. That's right.
It really makes a lot of difference for you.
Thanks.
Good, how are you?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You have an editing mistake on page one. You have an editing mistake on page one.
What's that?
All the names.
You misspelled your
are
name.
first and last, but your name, the first time you mentioned you was last on the first.
It's special. Well,
There we go. Yeah.
You would notice that. It is too. I did not see that. Bob O'Reilly's right.
You're the only one.
It is.
Fill my space.
All right, so what's the big news from you?
Nothing. Our project is finished.
Yay.
We're doing finalizing the electric right now. It's still some electric. So, but it's kind of first flat this year. Only got a couple little increases, which are one is contractual and the others are just sports and little money. So,
Is that the sludge grid screening disposal?
yeah, well, slightly went up the price of the increase with UCR already.
What kind of world are we in where sludge goes up in cost?
Being composted too. It goes to Rockland County. They won the bid on it, so.
Everybody can make their own jet there.
What page is this on in the regular budget? So maybe you're looking at what?
We're at the end.
You're not in DPW section?
It's page 113.
All the way to the end. We try to go there, nobody sees it.
And how are you in terms of personnel? I know what you've asked for here.
Very good.
You're good.
Yes. Yeah, we have one more hiree. We asked for an electrician, but, they said no, the city just hired a new electrician, so we're working with them.
Okay.
So we have one more position to fill. We're gonna talk to the mayor about filling it because we can't fill it until we get it.
But it's an empty position, sorry.
Our operating staff is really good down there. Just hired another operator, worked out really well.
But that position is quite important?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the maintenance mechanic.
Yes. Two.
What's the prospect for filling this position?
Just do that.
Okay. So
It's a basic, it's just labor.
Yeah.
Learn a lot of the equipment, all along, weed whack, go out to pump stations, do the same thing out there.
Dang, I could do that.
One job. You're retired.
Yeah.
See that, eh?
Yeah, right?
Right from the inside out now. But, we're good with that. We actually have a really good operating staff
Mhm.
way down there. They're all young, so it's good.
Mhm.
Got the future with the people, so.
Great.
It's hard to find operators. We're actually very, very lucky. Like most places are having a hard time finding places.
Why is that? This
Just
people are
it's across the board for everything. I think.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's a strange world.
I mean, they've come in, we've sent them to school, they've passed, reimbursing for their tuition fees.
Mhm. But then they don't actually get on board.
No, they do. They will stay. Jeremy, Zach,
Oh, good.
were the two. Jeremy was first active officer, and now Justin's served as.
Mhm.
Under the equipment, what did you request for $831,000 that you didn't get?
Would you like to see the quotes?
I was just wondering what it is.
Wait, where is it? Well,
Equipment for the plant. We put in all these quotes right here for everything.
Or is it just you're not, the mayor didn't put it in the budget that you're not gonna get it, or? Because so under request.
Oh, so, I'm sorry. That was, from Bar Rack, which we're working on right now doing, and cleaning the digesters. I put it in there to try to get their attention to redo it.
So they're not going to be regular.
They are, we are. I'm working with John Schulteis and a gentleman, Mark Kessler, on Kessler Associates, to, the front bar rack's gonna be first. All said and done, it's close to $1 million.
Right, but we're asking you who's paying, how are we gonna pay for it?
That would have to be bonded.
Okay,
So that you're gonna come down to asking for more
Yes.
money.
Yes,
That's why it was.
Yes.
131.71.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, good.
once we get all of everything in a row, then we're gonna approach the council with it. A plan with bar rack.
Did they do this year?
Yes.
As in 2025.
2026. Yes,
So what is 71,000 thing?
all these parts right here. If you want to see what they are.
Of the same,
Yeah, that all stayed. The only thing that they took out was the front bar rack and cleaning the digesters. That's all they took out. And the rest is everything that we asked for maintenance throughout the plant.
Depends on well, your compliance, everything's great.
Yeah, we have a really well-run treatment plant. Online, you can see it. We have it online, all our speeding summary is full. So you can go on and see what the permit limits are, and you can see what our parameters are, what we're discharging for this Roundup Creek.
Tell me about, I know it's here, you saw something about, leachate.
Yes.
Leachate's going up, you expect more revenue from leachate. You don't see, there's been all kinds of conversations about
PFAS.
what we should do with leachate. And
Yes.
the whole-
Right now, we're just gonna stay right where we are with it. And, I don't know, I think it's 7 cents a gallon in. So, but, I mean, that's pennies from heaven. I say that every year. If you tell me how much rain we're gonna have, we can actually base off the amount of rain, how many gallons we get over the years.
Right.
We can trend it. So we had a dry summer, but we've been having rain and rainy spring, so we did very well with it. So it's a nice revenue source. And there's other things that we're looking at to maybe taking septic from haulers.
We don't do that now.
No, we don't have a receiving station,
No. Okay.
so.
I'm gonna kind of jump the gun a little bit into the capital plan. Only because it relates to my question, because you had requested a motor vehicle for 90,000. In the capital plan, you have your pickup truck for 60,000. Is that the same?
Yeah, we're not
And
putting
60 is-
utility box on.
Oh, my.
Plow on it. Plow.
And is that replacing a vehicle?
Yes,
And what'll happen with the old one?
we'll probably auction it off. I would think.
It still runs somewhat?
Yeah, remember 121, an old Ford?
Was that 2008?
Yeah, I think so, 2007, 2008.
So it's good enough for Wyoming.
Is there like a steady percentage when you put it out for, what's it called?
Per auction?
Auction, I was thinking audit, I'm like, I know that that's not the right word. Do you get like, is there generally like you get 10% of what you paid for it, or?
It's all
so
the
varies?
market, what
Okay.
the, supply and demand of the product and who's looking, shopping.
Mhm.
Sometimes, same vehicle can bring 10,000, other times it can bring 3,000.
Who sees it or who bids against it.
Oh, I have one question about, this is in the area of revenues, it's 9950, the transfers, the bond anticipation notes. I noticed that in 2025, it was like 940,000, and then this year it's down to 322. Is that because there were,
I would have to believe we're starting to pay them off. I mean,
that's sort of
is
what I was thinking.
John on?
John,
He is, he's texting me, I don't know, I mean, I'm assuming because that's
That would be
not.
more of a John question.
I sort of figured it was a John question because he tracks a lot.
He usually sits here.
Well,
yeah, I'm on.
Curious. Hey,
Um,
Dr. welcome.
Hi, can you all hear me or?
Yes, we can hear you just fine. Sarah has a question that is gonna be meant more for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, John. So this
Hi.
was, it's, section or heading 9950 transfers, bans.
Yes,
I was just curious about in 2025, there was a $940,000 transfer and now it's requested for 2026 is 322.
yes.
And it, yes.
Yeah, so what happened, Sarah, is in August of this year, a lot of our short-term debt was converted to long-term. You'll actually see the long-term debt, there's an offsetting increase in long-term debt. If you look at account 9901 5900 transfer to debt service, you'll see that it doesn't go up quite as much as the ban expense went down. But it went from 1,285,981 up to 1,746,139. So what happens is, yeah, the ban expense, we can only keep a borrowing in short term for up to 5 years, and it can only be renewed for up to 1 year at a time. So in August of this year, we converted a lot of our short-term debt to long-term because it was just a favorable interest rate environment. We had a lot of rolling mass with debt outstanding on a number of projects. So you'll see something similar on the general fund side, but that's what's happening there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Done. Anything else?
I'm waiting to send you by my pointing out your editing mistake.
It's like over tomorrow.
This job has made me.
Actually, the new guy did it, was Justin, and then I redid the whole budget, so I can't wait to see him in the morning. My name is the only one that's the last name first.
Right.
Thank you, Al. You do a great job. You really do. It's really quite.
Yeah, I mean, again, anybody, I mean, you came down,
Yeah, the plant is beautiful.
down, see it. You know, everybody's welcome. Warms up. We're doing sure.
There's a what?
There's a temperature right now.
Oh, you're right.
We're doing some pilot programs right now for, looking at different primary tanks. We're going possibly looking at a different method instead of sedimentation or gravity. So there's a lot of stuff going on, so.
And last, I already brought up the capital plan, but I promised Dawn I would make sure I wouldn't forget. So does anybody else have any, I mean, it's just the one item for.
Yeah, only got one on the capital plan. That was the pickup truck.
Right.
And again, you know, sludge is the only real big increase. We went from 177, we put 200 in last year. Wasn't enough for their increase. The year before was 177. I look back to see how it increased. So we thought it was gonna be enough, but. So. That's why this year we budgeted 250. And we'll go from there with it. See, hopefully RRA doesn't do an increase this year.
And there really aren't a lot of options. I mean, you have.
No, there is not.
Oh, that's the
No.
issue too.
You're stuck with that. They bid that out. Either it goes to a landfill, Seneca Meadows, or for the last 3-4 years, it's been going to Westchester for composting. Denali is the name that takes it. We still bring it to the transfer station out at New Paltz, the same place. Everything's the same. It's just when it leaves there where it goes. That's all.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Dylan.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Aaron.
Keep up the good work.
You're welcome.
Keep treating our things.
Stop down and see me before I retire. I didn't say that, did I? Ed?
I don't think you're allowed to. That's not.
You need me?
Meet up, right?
I don't think so. I mean, we have grit in one of his accounts, but it's cut and dry, just like, you know, with sludge. There's a set price on it. That's how much we get out of the collection system. Yeah, we also do the pump stations too for you. So we take care, that's what the 8121 budget is.
Oh, okay.
All right, we used to divide it up. It's in there, it's broken. There's a blue piece of paper to divide the two of them for you, so. All right, I don't think there was any questions in that too. All the positions are filled. and they're in, they're actually in really good shape. Oh, we're doing an upgrade to them. I wanted to talk
Yeah,
to
how
us
worried
about.
should we be about our pump stations?
How what?
Worried should we be about our pump stations?
We're all right. We're doing I think you all know, we just got like, what, $670 thousand the mayor got.
Right,
That's for Mariners.
right.
Okay. It's probably gonna be either the first or the second one on the list when we do it. We're, this week picking an engineering firm to do the design on it, to work with us. And I think there's $2.5 million in there, but that gets eaten up pretty quick, so with engineering, so we're trying to look and get the best money we can. We're gonna use myself and John a lot to try to get as most for the money as we can. But we are doing pump stations over. It's gonna be a progress, each, we're gonna do as many as we can, then get more money,
And
do some more money, because there's, what, 17 of them? So see, does have a lot of pump stations.
And how old are the oldest of them?
I don't know. And some of them are pretty old. Some of you are above grounds. There's 4 above grounds. There are buildings that actually have a structure.
Oh,
Like there's one on the plant down in North Street, Harding Avenue.
okay, okay.
All right, Harding Avenue is gonna be either first or second to be done. We have one in the ground that you climb down in, out of Stony Run. It's all steel. So there's a variety of them. And then you have your 3 CSOs that have rakes in them. And then you have one that does.
Wait, what is CSO?
Fine sewer overflows.
Got it.
How could you not know that?
There are a lot of things I don't know.
And just a reminder, you've been here for coming up on 30 years in a few years.
Yeah.
And all these pump stations have been active way longer than you've been here.
What are you trying to say, Ed?
So just.
You think I'm old or?
No, he's trying to say, we better look forward in the next few years to.
Well, I start my 29th year in February. Will be
Yeah.
my 29th year, so I gotta work that, and I gotta work another one. I gotta work my whole 30th year before. So we-
When they go 37 and a half, come on, you might cut your pension.
Did you
Huh?
know that?
37 and a half.
That's hard.
I'm telling
I understand they're gonna add 1,000 days to next year, so.
But anything, guys, again, with the pump stations, any questions, please, Sarah's reached out, stop down.
Yeah, it was a great visit. I mean, the.
Well, you get to see
plant
something and you
plant
don't
itself
really
is
understand
great.
it. You've never been down.
I've been in law school for 3 years.
Oh,
But
I'm not, no, so maybe I'll make a trip.
well, you're done now, right?
Yeah.
Good for you, congratulations.
But I didn't mean to say that before that. Congratulations. Just had a lot on my plate.
but,
All right, everybody, thank you, Rennie.
Thank
thank you.
Yeah, all right, I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
In the neighborhood. Yeah, Elm Tree's one. All right.
We need a rest after that.
No, we're all jazzed up. That was like, English beat, everything you could believe.
I don't know if you guys want to pop up at all, so if my bag's not to you, but being shy, feel free to wherever you want. Good evening, everybody. Nice to see you all.
So my, anything major you want to tell us, but I also just want to make sure that you've got the personnel that you need. And, if not, how are you dealing with it? And or what are the possibilities of adding?
Well, currently we're short. We are doing the best we can with what we have available. I'm not going to say it's not a burden at times to successfully get through the day, accomplishing everything that we would like to do. However, we have a budget to stick to, and are doing what we can to get the best of both worlds. We do have some personnel that are retiring. One retired 2 weeks ago. We had another one who's retiring in January. We will not be replacing that until July. We have 2 other positions that I can't really speak about for personnel reasons. That there's a potential that I could get them on board before the first of the year. So I'm hoping that we can work something out that way.
Yeah.
You know, we need something for,
Yeah, because I did notice that in the regular pay line for several of the different areas, there was a reduction. And that's what they're speaking to,
right,
people who are not there.
right, yeah. The biggest changes on our budget is personnel.
Right, construction materials. Otherwise, it's pretty much,
Everything else is kind of cut and dry. It's, contracted expenses. And when you say, hey, you got to cut the budget by X, I mean, personnel and materials, project money, materials for the projects. And, that's our only really hands-on that we can adjust without having issues.
But to clarify what you just said, because you said cutting personnel, like, you didn't actually cut
Everybody,
I
we're
just,
just not replacing them at
Yeah.
this point.
I just wanted to clarify that this public.
Yeah, there are no layoffs. There are no,
That was the fear of a council member a couple of weeks ago, and so you want that to.
it's just, we can get the ball rolling, get some good applicants that we can look at, and hopefully make a decision for the first of the year. We'll address it with the mayor, try to work something. Yeah. On the team, or just that's not going to happen until July.
So we had increased the pay for union workers in DPW. Is that good enough at this point to draw applicants for these positions?
We have had more success with drawing applications
Okay.
since then.
Mhm.
Um,
And that contract is up for negotiation again.
It's,
Very soon, that's right.
it expires at the end of December.
Yes, okay, so we might be getting to that, it's right. Okay, and I see 4 positions here. 2 of them say new position, and then 4 say vacant. So it's 2 of the vacant ones you're saying you're gonna wait until July?
2 of the vacant are waiting for July. 2 of the other positions, I believe, are the part of the organics diversion grant.
Labor and any other? Okay. So those will be.
We hope to onboard them by springtime? Yeah, Florida.
Okay. And then, let's see.
Now, I kind of just made notes on your plus or minus sheet because
Yeah.
it seems to be what you guys always want reference. So
Yes,
if there's any questions on there, plus or minuses, I've kind of highlighted the areas that are, stuck out to me a little bit.
yeah, so there's,
Questions.
let's see. 11, well, no, that's 5101 regular pay. That went down by about $60,000, but then I saw in another section, in 8160, I think it is. Again, up. I'm just wondering if the position moved or is that?
We did move the position. So that, where did Tommy come out of?
Yeah, 51. And then so move to 8160. Because I see 8160, the cost also went down. Regular pay and 8160 went down. If I almost right.
Well, the regular pay is not that.
That's where they're not. Okay.
Can we go one year at a time, such as this budget is so big?
Sure.
Is that, okay. Right, yeah.
Well, I wanted to talk about pay and employees first. But now we can go through page by page, line by line, line by line, digit by digit.
I'm trying not to do lots.
Well, so if anything on page 81, then. And of course, we understand a lot of the insurance things are skyrocketing, so. We think that.
So anything, retirement, hospitalization, pay, all contractual, or service contracts, uniforms, electricity, data stuff, the software for things in the shop, that's all answering service or, the fuel. That's kind of all, you can't really do anything.
right,
So anything on 81,
So just the fuel getting more expensive.
The fuel is more expensive.
It seemed like it shot up a lot really recently.
Yeah, so
Because they shipped it to the winter.
no, we are currently in a renewable diesel, which is green product, which is a pretty good percentage higher than regular fuel.
Mhm.
But in the next month, we're going to be switching back to regular winter blend fuel, which is a little bit less than this, but not a whole lot less.
All right. What else?
Now, on 82, I did notice the tree maintenance supplies went down, but that's because I understand you got a.
We got it,
the
right,
grant
so the,
came in.
the arbor, what's that?
The urban forest.
Urban forester
Yeah.
got a grant that will now supplement
That's
what we
great.
had in our budgets for doing the tree work.
That's great. Oh, and also at 82, the seasonal lease, that's for,
Seasonal lease,
that's what it
the
says,
docks, yes,
the docks. Got it.
the Marina City Marina,
Right.
which I believe is one out to bid again. And, bringing up returns and that.
Okay.
32, reduction in employee benefits here, 155, was that due to an employee that one of the employees that's not?
So I'm not on the same page.
Not me too.
Here's
See, I have
82.
I
We're
have
still
the
at
plus and
82.
minus sheets here.
I guess we changed things
You
up.
change it up. Yeah, usually it's over here, I'm battling through now. Switch over to you guys.
Which line is it?
So that is
Yeah, which one?
right there. This is employee benefits. It's a subtotal.
What's
But
the
there's some reduction in
Oh.
employee benefits.
Okay.
Down here. I was wondering if
Okay,
was
so
the
that,
employee.
so yeah, social security, retirement, hospitalization.
Figured more appropriate.
That would be, yes, so that's basically a position.
Down the position that.
So if you look up to the top, where you'll just see for regular pay, that's reduced, and so all of the benefits already down. So, it's right.
All right, then page 83. Anything anybody wants to talk about there? This is section 3310, traffic control. You want more.
Pretty much the same, except for the contracted expenses, construction supplies, which is, as you said, one of the few things you can actually.
Right. You tell me to cut the budget by 10%, it's gotta come from somewhere.
Right, exactly.
So I can't touch these things, but I can manipulate these things.
Yes.
Are they gonna have enough to get through the year, or is it?
I think. Okay, yeah. Good supply of salt right now, we're gonna top off for snow flies.
Snow flew
So you're going out tonight?
Yeah. So
We're gonna hope for
on a happier note, I do have a good assortment of vehicles that are ready to go out if needed.
nice.
But you're gonna say no snow this winter.
Yeah, I think we should have no snow this year.
I like that.
I think we've been very lucky over the last several years.
Yeah,
Anticipating these old fashioned winters coming back to bite us. So
But you used the majority of your salt line,
Yeah, we have
still
a lot
enough
of
days.
ice, a lot of small sloppy storms, but they all require the same amount of salt.
All right, page 84, section 5110. Here's my,
There's a pretty significant reduction in regular pay. Is the
You
attrition?
can't claim, we don't get to talk about that now. One of the people.
Okay.
So, yeah, we have several instances of people retiring and then not being replaced until mid-year next year,
Okay.
July. We did have a retirement in a garage that we're not replacing in position. That position sunset with his, when he left, that was, the whole, that's a whole salary that benefit is gone. We do have we have 2 positions open currently that we may or may not fill before the first of the year. Depends upon if we can find the right sort of person for the positions. But the other 2 are definitely not getting filled until July next year. And then we have 2 more personnel who are sliding in on the grant for the organics diversion. That's grant funded for 2 years.
Thank you.
And the last line on page 84, the CHIPS reimbursement, is that a grant that came in also the $50,000?
So that's going to be something where we put in for our personnel. So when we're doing a paving project, we track everything we do, all the people, the materials, the time, the trucks, everything involved in the project. That we can have reimbursed by CHIPS.
Oh, is that a new thing?
That's something that we are starting this year. It's available, but a lot of the other, and even us, we were greedy because we wanted to spend our money on solely just getting more blacktop, more and more material,
Right.
which a lot of the other towns, county towns, everybody else does the same thing. Again,
Sure.
They just put that money out in materials.
Right.
But we can, if you read the fine print, put in for our time and energy as well, if we track it all.
But yeah, I'll make a point that, and this is to your credit. You have to track it. It's hard to track.
Right.
People just use it for materials because it's such a pain in the neck to track your labor and your materials. And
And
so
then
if you have the right accounting system, you can track it and you can get reimbursed for your personnel costs and your equipment costs. That's to your credit. That's a good thing to do.
Well, that's something that the mayor and John had also brought to light. Wanted to kind of get a
That's great.
we want to, okay, we're pretty flush in chips at this point, so instead of focusing on just putting the material down, we're going to do
Get a little
something
money
different
back.
now.
That's great.
All right, page 85, section 5132 relating to the garage.
That seems pretty straightforward.
All right, then page 86,
Oh, that's the one.
ice removal. We already touched on this. Is there anything else about that? Page 87, street lighting, bus operations, which is no
Bus
longer,
operations are no longer.
it's moot,
Right.
smoot.
And you don't miss it.
Storm sewers.
Got it.
Yes.
Remember the love for
So are we gonna see this whole line completely disappear next year?
Which one?
Is this-
5630.
It's gone. John, if you want to speak to the buses, as it relates to our budget here.
Just the line, whether the line can be removed.
Which line are we talking about?
5630.
Yeah, on page 87.
Bus
87.
operations?
Give me one moment.
Yeah, just remember, we had we had payments to make to Ulster County. We finished
Yeah.
those up a while back, so we don't actually have any costs under this line. So we're just wondering if we can have the line removed from our budget.
It'll come out next year automatically. The only reason it's in there this year is because there was actually revenue in 2024.
Mhm.
But it'll come out of next year's budget.
That's all right. That's all we're wondering.
Okay, yes. Yep. Yeah, it's the only reason it's in there.
Very good. Page 88, sanitation services. You want quickly, there is one line here that I'm wondering about. And that is 485. General materials and supplies went from 18,000 to 80,000. So jumped up by $62,000.
8160.
Yeah. You guys got that right now?
Mm-hmm.
160, what was the last?
It's 485, general materials and supplies.
For the organic stuff.
Okay. And that relates to the grant below, the New York State grant that's at the bottom of the page. Yeah.
So does that grant cover the entire? The 80,000 or for the program? I mean, the grant is more, obviously, 116 is bigger than 80, but are we paying out of our pocket for any of this? The next phase?
John, are you with us?
Yes, I can't hear the question, but what's the question?
Well, there was a question about 485, and we were told that that's the composting, the next phase, right? Is that what? That's the next phase, but then there's the New York State grant that covers that. So I was just wondering if that grant is covering all of the projects or if we're paying for some of the projects as well.
I'm not sure if I'm sorry, Andrew, I'm not sure if I'm completely following. So are you looking at the budget or are you looking at these worksheets?
I'm looking at the budget.
Yeah,
But it's under 8160, 485.
right. So is the question 8160, 485, right? So you have the money in there for the organics program. So the question is there like a city match to any of this?
No, I think the question was the grant listed at the bottom of the page as 116,741, which is more than the 80,000. But I also see at the top of the page regular pay increases, and I think that's for the personnel associated with the grant, correct? Or no?
That's for the two.
Well, the grant of 116,741 is approximately the cost of it's 50% of the cost of the two new positions plus 50% of a portion of what's in the 8160, 5485. Of what's in the 5485, 56,000 pertains to the organics grant. So the organics grant is covering 50% of that 56,000, so roughly 28,000 of that. And then it's covering 50% of the cost of the two new positions. That's how the 116,741 was calculated.
Okay,
Thank you.
I think that makes sense.
Michael?
Regarding,
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
regarding overtime pay, this division is a significantly higher amount of OT than your other divisions. Is that just because you have more guys on the crew, or are they working a lot of
So
different
they're
hours?
working a lot of overtime, yard waste, anytime there's a holiday, they're able to get pushed back a day, so there's a lot of Saturday work to catch up.
And they snow mobile, right?
They can also be
Yeah,
used
call
as,
this some-
yes,
Okay. Thank you. That goes under snow lights.
that goes under a different,
Okay.
they get paid out of a different account. It's the same people, but they get paid out of a different account, but it's mostly the yard waste Saturdays.
Yard waste Saturdays and citywide street cans that are done on the long, right? And there's an event. Goes under sanitation services every weekend.
Thank you. And tomorrow there won't be pickup,
No.
right? But then you would have to make up for that.
On Saturday.
Yes. Well, so we'll have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to finish the route, and you're already into Saturday.
Right. It's good. Okay.
The two positions, you may not know this. Yeah, the two positions that are gonna be the organic subversion, will they also be doing like taking up garbage and recycling, or is it just devoted to?
The two positions will be devoted to organics because it'll be a 5-day week schedule, just like we have.
Oh, great.
Other questions on the page?
No.
All right. Page 90.
Maybe not, so.
3163.
We're doing 89 and 90.
Yeah, you can go to 89. I didn't have any questions on
It is all
89.
just contractual and,
Yeah.
like I said.
Exactly.
And this was right, isn't it?
And again, there's a reduction in regular pay, but that's what somebody's leaving
Right.
in. Yeah. Mhm.
Jasmine.
Yeah, but it is the regular pay for street cleaning is, you requested 183. Is there a position that you wanted that you didn't get?
There is, I believe that's the one.
Yes, we requested,
For what?
we requested a position to replace a position from a couple of years ago. It was denied.
And what position was it?
It was an MEO in street cleaning.
Can you tell me what MEO is?
Not direct,
Driver.
Right.
motor equipment operator,
Oh, that's the one MEO. And what's HMEO?
heavy motor.
He ain't heavy, that's the MEO.
Is there more need for street cleaning or is it just?
You tell us.
Are we doing a good enough job or, expect more?
Hey, keep your sweepers working, sweepers are paying the night to keep going.
Yes, they are. We do have 2 sweepers that we try to keep out regularly. One all the time, second one when we can fill it, with the personnel. We're actually put in for a grant for a new one to upgrade our oldest one. Waiting to hear back on that one.
Yeah, we would be good on this. They're a tough thing to keep operating.
Tough thing to keep operating. They're very high maintenance and they're very expensive to purchase. They're about $435,000.
So they do a good job. I can testify to that because they were cleaning Marilena today. So I looked out my kitchen window and there they were going back and forth. It looked great afterwards.
We're gonna do slaloms around all the markets.
No, those are on the lawns. No, those are on people's lawns. So they weren't going up on their lawns, no. I think the kids coming back to and from school have fun circling around the signs as they're walking down.
How are the signs good?
They're good. Yeah, no complaints from everybody. They're all there.
And the last correction we made is seems to be working on it.
Yep, it's all working. Now, if only they could talk the bus drivers into slowing down. They drive pretty fast, but no, it's all working. The signage is making a big difference. Mhm.
All right, anything else there then?
No. It's good.
Is it capital?
Yep. Got a couple of items here.
So as you can see, we got way better. Currently, it's- So we have 3 on the table. We have a large 6-wheel dump truck. Only large. Silver, which we use for all winter and then for all blacktop. Here. We have a small dump, which is one of the, what you consider a 1-ton dump, small salter and level. We've been using more and more of those, in the midtown areas, that ends, those streets. It's a little bit safer for our drivers and the public to, instead of trying to finagle a, 11-foot plow in through. And with both of those, we're replacing old vehicles. I believe they're the large one is the 2006 and Ryan, a small one at 107, is that a 08?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one of them's completely off the road. It just was not viable anymore. So the third is a 3/4 ton pickup, extended cab 4x4 with a plow. That would be a foreman vehicle.
What kind of lead time are you looking at for your?
Big trucks are minimum 14 to 16 months. So that's why I try to stay ahead, and I typically try to get 2 because, the problem with ordering a lot of things at once is they all go bad at once.
Right,
So
right.
over the past years, 2006, 2008, got 4, 5, 6 trucks at a clip. they're all coming due. They're beyond their useful life. So I, over the last several years, it was, give me one, give me two, almost every year, try to.
Right.
It's a lot less painful that way, price wise, but the cost of these things is just skyrocketing. And what I could buy this vehicle for a year and a half, 2 years ago would have been about $220,000. So we just, it is what it is. It's the name of the game. We need it.
Yeah.
It's, the city demands that we keep the roads clear.
So all these vehicles get year-round use
Oh, yes.
between, so it goes from blacktop to snow removal.
Yeah, I don't believe we have much of anything.
And are these off of like the OGS piggyback bids?
Some of them are of, Sourcewell, and anytime we can use the piggyback. State bid, OGS. Some are, we have to go out to 3 different bidders to try to get the best quote on something. If it's something specific that I want or need. We've been trying to standardize a lot of things, because like with the sweepers, I try to stay with the same make and model because they didn't create sweepers for us. But we have parts on the shelf for all these things. And they take the same parts. So it doesn't matter if it's 15 years old or going to be new.
Oh, nice.
It's still the same brushes, the same, all the sweeping heads, the vacuum heads, everything is the same. So, if something gets bent, I could rob them off of this one today.
Great.
So waiting.
And is that what you're gonna do with the old ones?
Well,
The parts, or they go to the auction?
so right now we have an old one that is going to go to auction if we get the new one. We actually have 3. One we had is a 2007. It went down. We were able to what they call a pony motor. So you have the motor that runs the vehicle itself, and then a pony motor which runs the sweeper. So there was a problem with the motor, the sweeper side of it. So we put it in the shop, we tore it down, rebuilt it, and now it's fully functioning. So that I'm going to try to first go around to all the different municipalities in the area, see if somebody might want it for a price, before I put it out for auction.
We've never formally standardized our equipment, right? Is that the correct statement?
Not formally.
What do you mean by that?
Well, as Ed points out, if you standardize your fleet, it saves you money long-term in parts and repairs and training, right?
But
Right.
so the downturn to that is it kind of limits your availability if you find having a problem with something.
Right.
Like we started out here with the garbage trucks. We had Mack trucks for a very long time. As they kind of got to the end of their life, well, one, we had trouble getting parts for them. We can't work on them because the software for Mac isn't available. So we have to, if something breaks, we have to take it to the dealer. They don't care if you're a municipality that has 1 garbage truck or 20. It's just too bad. You're going to sit and wait. We started having more and more troubles getting parts for them, and so we kind of went to a different manufacturer, which is more standardized group of equipment within the truck, so it's not like sole, what's the word?
Sole source.
Sole source.
Oh, right.
So, because, with a Mac, everything's Mac, the transmission's Mac, the motor's Mac, the rear ends are Mac, everything is Mac. So you're at their mercy, where the Peterbilts, it's Peterbilt cab and chassis, but the rear ends are, Spicer or Fuller or this, or their transmission is this, or that, and it's all standard off the shelf. It's Cummins motor, which I go to Albany and buy parts for. Also with the software upgraded to a new system that we can actually plug in and do the diagnostic tests for all these, where you could not do that with Mac. You would stand on your head to be able to get in with Mac. So I don't want to badmouth Mac, but that's been our experience here. Other municipalities have also got away from them. And I've gone more to Western Star now, which is a little bit. Dump trucks, we had internationals. I started having troubles with international. So we kind of did away with that, went to Western Star, and had been, I think the first truck was 2020 that we got a Western Star in. And I think we got 5 of them now. And we have really had zero trouble with them. We don't have any parts availability is not an issue, so we've been happy with it so far. Yes.
Yeah.
Because these things have to go. When the phone rings, it's gotta go, so. Snow on the ground.
You gotta be out there.
So I think that covers the capital.
Yep.
But I think we have this conversation at budget meetings. But snow, the last couple of years, we did those postcards. Do you find those pretty helpful? I mean, because it seems like the first snowstorm is
Everybody
the same.
gets.
They do.
Find a lot of members.
It is.
It is helpful to remind as the tenants and people come in and out of the city every year. There's hundreds of people that are new. They don't know the rules, so to send out those.
I think 90% of Ward 3 is new.
So your department would like me to contact, try to make that happen again?
We've already done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. You didn't get your card yet. I get mine.
I don't know, I was gonna,
It'll be coming.
so I can check it off.
If it hasn't come yet, it'll be soon, because I think summer.
Oh, I should, no, I don't have to remember to ask, because I've coordinated the last few years, so now I don't have to ever do that again.
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
the EDP
Good.
is supposed to go out.
Great.
It might even be this week.
Is it in Spanish too?
Yes, it's two-sided paper.
Great, awesome.
Covers
Yeah.
all the rules, most of the rules, but all the snow emergency routes.
Great.
What not to do, don't park on dead ends, because you're gonna get ticketed and towed. And that's in the city code.
Right.
And that's on there too, 'cause I think we added that
Yes.
last year. You didn't have to make any changes from last year?
I think I wanted to add a few things on there, but we ran out of room, so, but it all covers bases pretty much.
And the rest is all on the website in terms of where you can
Yeah.
park, where you can't park.
Right.
People just don't look at our lovely
No,
website.
No, they don't look at the website, they don't read the cards, but eventually somehow they figure it out. And if you don't figure it out.
Well, thank you for your work on Stefan and Gage and over there.
Yeah, came out nice, we sold, speed humps,
Tables, which was on tables.
okay, whatever you want to. They're not speed bumps.
Can we get some speed lounges?
The lawyers.
No, thanks for all the good paving you've been doing around Ward 1, following behind Central Hudson. I mean, they did a great job paving. But
Yeah.
now everything looks okay. Now everybody's waiting for the speed humps coming in. Next year, maybe, or the year after, whatever.
Coming to a neighborhood near you.
Right, exactly.
And everybody's thanking, I want to thank you for the work that you did for the, veteran title.
Okay, well, Mr. Coon here ran that whole city.
Good stuff, guys. Veterans are very happy. A lot of community members are extremely happy about where this looks. Brings a new vibrancy to the community, so it's very good. Thanks. Thank you, Team Cross, please.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All right. Anything
no, you
else?
do good work, thank you.
First responders, these are the first
I know
responders.
they are.
Nobody goes, if it snows, nobody goes.
That's it.
That's right, that's it.
They're the first responder. That's right. Anything else?
Yeah, totally.
Thanks for your voice. Okay. Good. You think everyone?
Okay.
Thanks, John.
Actually, something.
Oh, absolutely.
It's still on. I think you got on this. See,
Can't be in charge of everything.
That's an enforcement.
Yeah, that's easy.
No,
That's it.
That's it.
Here's it.
We're done. DPW too, we're done for the next.
right. Some dinner.
No.
Oh, dinner, yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, look,
Take care of it all.
someone's actually changing the clock.